Hello all, I am Dr. Pravas Sanjanbal. In today's class, we'll discuss about the decision properties of context-free language. So what is the meaning of decision properties of context-free language? Decision properties means a problem is decidable or undecidable under context-free language. This is called decision properties of context-free language. So what is the meaning of decidable? A problem is called as decidable if there exists an algorithm to solve that problems. This is called decidable. What is the meaning of undecidable? A problem is called as undecidable if there is not exist any algorithm to solve that problem. Okay, this is called undecidable problem. Undecidable problem. We have already discussed the decidable or decision properties means decidable and undecidable in decision properties of regular language classes. Means previous classes we have already discussed the decision properties of regular language. Okay, so in this class but we'll discuss about the decision properties of context-free language. Okay, generally there are four decision properties under context-free language. Okay, what is emptiness problem, finiteness problem, membership problem, and equivalence problem. Okay, all four problems are decidable or undecidable under context-free language. Okay, now we'll see which problem is decidable and which problem is undecidable under context-free language. Okay, see here, emptiness problem. Emptiness problem is decidable. Emptiness problem is decidable under context-free language. Okay, so finiteness problem is decidable. Finiteness problem is decidable under context-free language. Okay, then membership problem is undecidable. Membership problem is undecidable under context-free language. Oh, sorry. Membership problem is decidable here. Membership problem is decidable under context-free language. Equivalence problem is undecidable. Equivalence problem is undecidable under context-free language. So the first three problems are decidable under context-free language, but equivalence problem is undecidable under context-free language. Okay, so decidable means there exists an algorithm to solve that problem. Decidable means there exists an algorithm to solve that problem. Means we can solve all emptiness problem, finiteness problem, and membership problem, but we cannot solve the equivalence problem. Why? Because this problem is undecidable under context-free language. Okay, but all other problems like emptiness, finiteness, membership problems are decidable under context-free language. So this problem we can solve these problems. What? Emptiness problem, finiteness problem, and membership problems. All three problems can be solved using under context-free language. But under context-free language, the equivalence problem cannot be solved because this problem is called as undecidable problem. Okay, now we'll see the first problem. It's called as emptiness problem. So what is the meaning of emptiness problem? Okay, the first problem is called as emptiness problem. Here emptiness problem under context-free language is decidable. So what is the meaning of emptiness problem? Checking whether the given context-free grammar generates empty language or not. Checking whether the given context-free grammar generates empty language or non-empty language. So that means that language we will check using emptiness problem. Since emptiness problem is decidable under context-free language, so algorithm exists to solve that problem. So what is the algorithm? Okay, this is the algorithm. What is the algorithm here? The first step of the algorithm is eliminate all useless variables. eliminate all useless variables from the given grammar. Means first one context-free grammar is given. Now first we'll eliminate all useless variables. This is the first step. Eliminate all useless variables from the given grammar. Okay. What is the second step? The next step is if the starting symbol also includes useless variable. If the starting symbol also includes the useless variable, then the grammar generates empty language. Otherwise, it will generate non-empty language. Okay. Generally, there are two steps. It's very easy. Emptiness problem under context-free language. First, eliminate the useless variables from the given grammar. In the second step, after elimination of useless variable, if the starting symbol contains the useless variable, then the given grammar will accept empty language. Otherwise, it will accept non-empty language. Okay. Now we'll see some examples. Okay. The first questions under emptiness problem for context-free language. Check whether the following grammar means context-free grammar, right? Following grammar means context-free grammar generates empty language or not. Okay, now we'll check. See here, this is the first question. One of the given context-free grammar. So now we'll check this given context-free grammar generates empty language or not. So what is the first step? First step is eliminate all useless variables from the given grammar. So now we'll check, is there any useless variable presence in the given grammar or not? See here, y has termination, so y is not useless variable. See here, b to by, y if I'll put b to here, by. Yes, we can put y as b, but b has no termination. So b is a useless variable. So b is called useless variable. Okay. A has termination s. X has termination how? See here, x is a, but a is small a. So x has termination. Okay. So x to ax production. Now we'll check. A to x is a, then a to a to h. So this one is not useless variable. This one is not useless variable. Okay. And xy is x and y, s to xy is not useless variable. Okay. So b is only useless production. After elimination of useless variable, the final context-free grammar is what? S to xy, x to a slash ax, then a to a, then y to b. After elimination of useless variable. So this is called what? Final context-free grammar. Now we'll check if the, what is the second step? The second step is called if the starting symbol, here starting symbol is s. If the starting symbol also include any useless variable, here useless variable is p, here useless variable is b, useless variable equal to b. See here, if the starting symbol also includes any useless variable, the starting symbol does not include any useless variable, means useless variable means b. The starting symbol does not include any useless variable. So it means this grammar will accept non-empty language. Okay. This given grammar will accept non-empty language. Okay. Now we'll see one more example. This one, the next questions here. S to SB, S to SB, S to SA. The given context-free grammar has three predictions. Now, what is the first step? Eliminate all eliminate all useless variables. See here, SB, it has no terminations, means all predictions are called useless, means all predictions are useless. Here all predictions are useless. ASB is also useless, SB is also useless, SA is also useless. Why? Because it has no termination. It has means this S prediction has no termination. It contains SA, no terminal string. SB, it has no terminal. ASB, it has no terminal. Okay, so all predictions are called useless variable. So this given context-free grammar will generate empty language. Right? It will generate empty language. We can also write empty language. Okay. Now we'll see one more example, the third example. The third example here. This is one of the given context-free grammar. Now we'll try to, now what is the first step? First step is eliminate all useless variables from the given context-free grammar. Okay, eliminate. Okay, now we'll see SB has termination. Now we'll check here Y has termination or not. See here Y to BY, B to B, but Y to again we will apply BY, B to B, but Y has no termination. So Y to BY is useless variable. See here A has termination, X has also termination, means X to A to A, X has termination. Then we can see X to AX, A to again A, X to A to A. So it has also termination. Okay. So this is, there is no useless variables. And okay, after elimination of the useless variable means Y to BY. The given context-free grammar looks like here S to XY, X to A plus AX, A to A, B to B. See here Y is called useless variable. Here useless variable equals to Y. Okay. After elimination of useless variable, if the starting symbol includes what useless variable, then this given grammar or then the given context-free grammar will generate empty language. Say after elimination of Y variable, the given context-free grammar also includes the useless variable. So it will generate, means this context-free grammar will generate what? Empty language. Okay, empty language. Okay, this is the end of today's class. In the next class, we will see one more decision properties of context-free language. Okay, thanks for watching.